The Speaker of Parliament, Rebecca Kadaga, based her ruling on Article 83 of the Constitution to reject NRM's plea to expel the so-called rebel MPs from Parliament. The article provides grounds under which a member of Parliament shall vacate his or her seat in the August House. Some of the provisions which she vehemently pronounced in support of her decision include: if that person leaves the political party for which he or she stood as candidate for election to Parliament to join another party or remain in Parliament as an independent. If he or she resigns his or her office in writing, signed by him or her, and addressed to the Speaker. If that person is absent for 14 sittings of Parliament without permission in writing from the Speaker, if recalled by the electorate in his or her constituency, if he or she is subject to the provisions of the Constitution upon dissolution of Parliament. Even though Kadaga is part of the NRM's Central Executive Committee that decided to expel the 4 rebel MPs from the party, her ruling to keep the MPs in the House was rather a tough decision to make, according to some legal quarters. Legal expert on constitutional affairs Julius Galisonga says that the Speaker Kadaga did not have many options, save from following the laws that they make as an institution.
You expect the Speaker, when she's steering parliamentary matters, to really follow the law, because her mandate as a Speaker is derived from the Constitution, and that is basically the law. So I would be hesitant to say that her decision is political. I would say that her decision is premised on sound legal reasoning and legal provisions.
Galisonga also feels that Kadaga's decision has set precedence on her position as Speaker for having a legislative assembly independent of the executive.
It would be absurd if a person has powers of a Speaker and wants to dance to the tune of the executive or of his party or of her party. See? So I think we must commend her. First and foremost, she did the right thing, but for having the guts to do it in her position, she must be applauded.
Kadaga's decision obviously has not impressed the NRM party, following the earlier efforts by the party's Secretary General Mama Mbabazi to have the rebel MPs expelled from the House. Galisonga feels that the NRM party still has a chance to reverse Kadaga's decision in the Constitutional Court, seeking guidance on Article 83, subsection 1G.
I would anticipate that they would attempt to go to Constitutional Court to have a declaration that actually these people are not qualified to be members of Parliament, given their present position of neither being members of the party. You know, even Parliament is organized in such a way that members of the opposition sit in a certain area. Members of the ruling party sit in a certain area. Members who are independent sit in a certain area. Now the question is, where do these people sit?
He has also suggested the need to amend the Constitution to provide for an independent Speaker in case such a matter arises again.
You could stretch the interpretation that now that she has gone to against the party position, she's also a rebel. She falls in the same basket as these members. You see? Now, to avoid that situation, let a person be elected Speaker. Let that person resign her position, because we have so many people who can occupy those offices.
The expulsion of members of Parliament from their political parties vis-a-vis their membership in Parliament also came to the floor of the House during the 7th sitting when considering the 2005 constitutional amendments. MPs then voted that the clause be deleted from the bill following a vibrant debate. What remains unclear, though, is where the expelled MPs will be sitting during plenary sessions. Solomon Serwanja, NTV.